Hey everyone, I am super excited yet super nervous for this video. So I'm going to be talking about my journey in deciding to wait till marriage. So first of all, let me just say this video is in no way, shape, or form at all judging your decisions or your past or your future. I am just saying my experience because honestly TikTok has been inspiring me. Like people be like posting like, oh, I've never been kissed and I'm 21 or something. And I'm like, wow, there's more people than I realize who decide this path, and I feel like it's not talked about a lot. I feel like, you know, this should be talked about so you know that this is a path that you can choose and it is beautiful. I just want to show the beautiful side of waiting till marriage and why I'm waiting till marriage. That's all this video is about, is if you just are curious, or if you are feeling the same way and want to relate, or if you're trying to decide, maybe listen to this and see if you agree in some ways or disagree in some ways. That's all I'm doing for this video. So yeah, let's get started. So one of the main reasons I decided this was because I want to share that moment with my future husband. Like, I want sex to be just for me and my husband. I want to be that special moment where he only knows me in that way, no one else does. Like, that's something that we share. I think that's so beautiful. Also, I feel like, especially for me personally, because like since I'm waiting for marriage, when I'm married, I'm obviously gonna be in love, but also feel so comfortable with them and so open that I'm not gonna have any doubts, any worries, any insecurities. I'm gonna be so open, and it's gonna make the experience so much better. Because if I was just dating someone, even if I loved them, it wouldn't be the same as having that connection and that bond as marriage. So I feel like it just makes the experience more meaningful and more beautiful, at least for me. That's just how I am. And I'm just gonna add this in. I do know a lot of people who do regret having sex before marriage. Not saying it's bad, but just a warning that people do regret it. So make sure you think about it before you do it. Don't just like live in the moment for that, because sex isn't just a fun and games type of thing. Yes, obviously there's some, heat in it and some great things about it in that way too, but also it's a beautiful, loving connection. I guess if you don't believe sex is like that, then this video may not be for you, but to me, it's about the bond between two people who love each other, and also to me, it is about creating life. And also, I'm going to touch on this a little bit, it's about the bond between me and my husband and God, so it's very important to me. It's not just something that I'm in the mood to do, I'm going to do it. Again, everyone has those times where they want to do it, but sex is more important than just like your urges, It's not just like feeling good, it's also like the bond. This kind of helped me think about it more, and I'm like, honestly, people I know who had sex with even their boyfriends and then they end up cheating on them or something, they still had that connection and they were like almost obsessed with them and dependent on their boyfriends or ex-boyfriends, even if they were broken up still. And it really was because having sex. Like, people think, oh, you can have sex and it's like not a big deal. But honestly, you build a connection with someone. You create a bond when you have sex. And if that person's toxic for you, if they cheat on you, if you break up, that's going to make it even harder for you to let go. And it can just create this lot of toxic energy and dependence on someone else. And I feel like that's why it's good to wait, because one, if you don't end up with that person, you're going to be like wanting them and you don't know if it's because you had sex with them or if because you actually want them again, or you're going to be wanting someone who's toxic for you. And I feel like that takes away the stress of that part of it if you're already married, because hopefully that's for life. To me, that's for life. So yeah, there's not all the drama with it. There's not all the like dependence and worry and stress. And I feel like having sex before you're married can confuse things, because sometimes we focus too much on sex and not enough about the relationship, other aspects of being intimate. Like, sex is intimate, but that's not the only part of intimacy. There's also trust and creating the foundation of your relationship. So I feel like it's really important to build on your love and foundation of your relationship before you have sex, because that's like obviously very intimate and a great way to bond. But if you do in the beginning, it might take away from like the meaning of it, because you're not as like connected yet, and you don't know each other as well yet. That's another thing. When you're married, you know each other, so you're gonna understand each other better. And when you're married, you know that you love each other. So you know they're not just dating you or whatever for sex. You know the love is real. You know that they care about you. So like you won't have the second guessing of like, are they just dating me because I'm having sex with them, or is it like real, you know? To me, a lot of times sex before marriage complicates things. It makes things more about the physical and less about the loving each other, which again, sex is about loving each other, but that's an added layer. That's not the only part of relationship. Like focusing on each other and learning about each other and understanding each other and growing together, and then when you're married, having sex, adding to that foundation and then showing another way to love each other is so beautiful. And you won't have the added worries of the toxic part of, oh, they always just want to be physical with me, they don't really want to get to know me, or, you know, feeling insecure. And I feel like some people just stay because, you know, you get comfortable too. So yeah, I feel like there's something else I need to say, but I can't remember. And I keep talking about like wanting that special moment with him. It's also for me, like, I think it's so beautiful. I just want to share that with one person. To me, I don't want to have a bunch, not a bunch, I mean, again, do what you want, but for me, I do not want a bunch of people or even more than one person to see me in that light, to have that connection with me. I want to share that with one person because to me that makes it more special. So it's even for myself, but also kind of like a gift to them, but a gift for both of us. And I think it's just so beautiful. You wait so long and then you find the one and you're like, we have a life together now. We can create a life, you know? So I just think it's so beautiful. So I pretty much already said this, but I want to have sex with someone I love, obviously, like I've been saying, my future husband. So to me, it's not just like a physical thing, and that's why I wouldn't want to have sex with someone that I think I'm in love with, and maybe I was, but then I end up getting married to someone else. To me, I'd rather just wait and share it with that special person because I feel like it just creates a stronger bond, and it's so beautiful to just wait for that one special person. I just find that so romantic and beautiful and special, on so many levels. Like, it's so hard to explain how beautiful it is. It really is so beautiful. You're creating love and life and a bond with someone. Before I get to the last thing I want to talk about, I want to say that if you had sex before marriage, if you're having sex right now, if you have sex in the future before marriage, I want you to know that you can decide right now or later on to change your mind and wait till marriage. Even if I had sex right now, I could still change my mind and decide, okay, I did have sex one time, but now I want to wait. That's still a beautiful thing. You learn from it and you're deciding to make that decision. It makes it a little bit harder because you know how it is, and so you might want it a little bit more, obviously, but there's no shame in it. It's beautiful. No one's judging you. I'm not judging you. And if you feel like you need God's forgiveness, trust me, He forgives you. I promise you. He loves us so much. So He wants what's best for us. He's going to want us to do this. And that's also what I'm getting into now, is a big part of this, like the first reason I thought of this, and then I added my own reasons, is because of my religion. So I am Catholic. I just want to make this clear that yes, this all did stem from my religion saying you're supposed to wait till marriage, but it's also really important to me. A lot of these reasons are just coming from me, but I also don't separate my religion from who I am. But like I said, a lot of this can apply to you even if you're not religious. I'm honestly truly thankful for my religion guiding me in this decision and truly showing me how beautiful this is. And our belief is to wait till marriage for a lot of the reasons I said, but also, so we believe a marriage is a bond between husband and wife, but also God. It's like all of us together. So like we can't be married without God. Like He's part of this, you know? My religion is every part of me. It's like everything I do, I hope to do with my religion. Like I don't just do things because I want to do it. I do it with God and with Him in mind. But so kind of one of the main things about sex for our religion is the two reasons, I think it's two, or there's three, to have sex is obviously create a bond between you and your partner and to create life. This is one of the most beautiful things you can do, is creating life. It's almost like God is giving you His gift of creating life, okay? So waiting till marriage is so important to our religion. That's just like a big thing because that's only something you and your husband, for me, because I like boys, like me and my husband, we will share that bond, and it's only meant for that. and we should be embracing all the reasons for having sex, not just the pleasure of it. That's part of it, but that's not the main reason for it. The main reason is creating a bond and creating life. So that's another important part about waiting till marriage, because obviously if I had sex before marriage, I probably wouldn't want to be like creating life, and that's taken away from one of the amazing and beautiful reasons to have sex. Like, I feel like we take away the beauty of having sex by, you know, just doing it for fun, which I'm not judging. Like, you can do what you want, but I feel like sex isn't a casual thing to me. It's more of a beautiful thing to share with your husband, and religion is really important to me, so I definitely take that into consideration a lot. Like, that's the main reason, but then also just from, I realized throughout maturing that I really want to do this for myself and for my husband and our relationship too. It's gonna be hard, I know. I will say I never had a boyfriend, never had a first kiss. The most thing I did with someone was hold hands, and we weren't even dating, and that was a long time ago. So if you feel like you're alone because you haven't had sex, had your first kiss, a boyfriend, whatever else, you're not alone. I'm with you. I'm always open to like dating and stuff. I don't want it to seem like I'm not. I've liked plenty of people. It just hasn't worked out yet, and in a way I'm glad about that, because I feel like I decided what I wanted. And there's more stuff I could talk about with that, but I've decided what I want in a relationship, what for me physically, what I need, and what I want to do in a relationship before I'm married and then after we're married. And also, I matured more emotionally, mentally, every way possible, developmentally, and I just decided what's right for me, and I like grew. I decided to learn about myself more and learn about relationships more for my friends and stuff. So I feel like, you know, I'm kind of more mature and like ready for a relationship and the hard choices, you know? So again, I just think it's so beautiful to wait till marriage. It's a beautiful thing. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. I used to be scared to post this because I'm like, you know, it's just putting yourself out there, and I don't want people to think I'm like preachy or something. But it's a beautiful thing to share with you and your husband or whoever, and God for me. So yeah, and if, you know, my future husband, I'm just going to say this, if he has not waited till marriage, I'm not going to judge. Obviously, it would be a beautiful thing if we both waited till marriage, but it's still a beautiful thing, and I'm not going to judge anyone, so that would not stop me from loving someone. But yeah, I hope this video helps you see where I'm coming from and you connect with it if you're doing the same thing. Comment down below if you have any questions. I will answer anything. And yeah, you are also beautiful inside and out, and you deserve the world. If you want to, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I make new videos, because you know what? I have so many fun videos coming your way. Like, I'm so excited. Get ready for Christmas because it's gonna get amazing. More videos with Rebecca if you've been watching those, and yeah, so much fun stuff coming your way. Love you all. You're so beautiful inside and out, and you deserve the world. Stay tuned for more. Bye.